for this podcast, I broke out an oldie but a goodie. Something that I have had for years. I've owned for all of my life. And I brought it out for this one occasion. You may recognize it because you see it all around Detroit. It's the classic paper bag because I'm too embarrassed to even admit that I'm a Lions fan right now. It's embarrassing. Detroit Pierce podcast, we're back. I'm not wearing that this whole entire time. That was a lot for me to handle. Yes, I am dressed up as a baseball player, and my dog is dressed up as a ballpark Frank because his name's Frank. So that's why I'm a baseball player. Happy Halloween. I hope you had a ton of candy. Power rank candies, top 3 off the top of my head: Snickers, Reese's, and Kit Kat. Probably my top 3. I just want to start off with some positive vibes before we get into it. Quite honestly, I just want to be positive. I woke up this morning and I was breathing air. It was beautiful outside today, and there are other positive things that I can think about. Beer is good. Yeah, those are my only positives that I had from today. I mean, the Lions, I said it in my video right after the game, and I still feel this way. The Lions were so bad. They were so bad today. I think that this is one of the most embarrassing losses as a Lions fan. We were 0-16, and this is even worse in my opinion. At least 0-16 is kind of funny. This is embarrassing. To lose by 40 points against a team that you really could beat. I mean, the Eagles are not the greatest team. That you could beat them. You can win that game. And you get trounced like that? I don't know who needs to be fired. I don't know what needs to be said. But to lose 44-6, somebody needs to be fired. I don't care if it's the janitor. You just convince me that you're trying to work on something, because this isn't working. Jared Goff's got to go. I don't know where. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if you can get out. You can't get out of his contract for another 2 years. Colin Cowherd tweets out, the Lions are definitely going to be drafting a quarterback. The quarterback draft sucks. The guy from Liberty's okay. Sam Howell is a bad Baker Mayfield. Spencer Rattler, he's terrible. Who are you going to get? There's no quarterback that's really Kenny Pickett. You can get him in the 3rd round, but he's not that great. There's just nobody to be excited for. You missed your chance. You had a great quarterback draft class last year and a year before. You've missed your chance. It's gone. You got to wait till next year. It's a long rebuilding. And it just sucks. Best 0-8 team I've ever seen. That's a fact. I don't think I've ever seen an 0-8 team be this good. It's just so sad. There's nothing you're going to do. I mean, the defense is worse than when Matt Patricia was around. The offense is terrible. Jared Goff can't get a second to throw, even though we have this great offensive line. I know Ragnall's out, but he doesn't have enough time, and his decision making is less than terrible. He's got no wide receivers to throw it to. You've got two guys on the offensive side of the ball that are worth a damn. Hawkinson, Ed Swift, and they don't touch the ball nearly enough because they just get locked down. Jamal Williams being out kills you. I mean, but not 40 points kills you. That's just all around embarrassing. It's as bad as it gets. By the way, the eye black is mascara. For those listening on the podcast, I'm wearing a Tigers jersey, Al Kaline edition. Yeah, I got the Al Kaline. Just trying to remember back to some good old days. All right, let's go through the NFL. I'm tired of talking Lions. I can't even. I'm so embarrassed, and I'm done. I just can't even talk about them. What do you want me to say? They suck. You're going to fire Dan Campbell? Obviously not. Just the same song and dance every freaking week. All right, quick NFL rundown. Just some things that I like. The Bills, tough win today. They tough one out. The Bears, heartbreaking loss. Steelers, Browns, I'm surprised that the Steelers won, but yet again, not really. The Colts, I feel so bad for Colts fans because, like, they're a quarterback away. They're clearly a quarterback away. They got the defense to hold up, that can hold up. They've got wide receivers. Pittman can play. Mo Alley Cox can play. They've got 2 running backs who are really good. They got the coach, and they just don't have the quarterback, and it sucks. I mean, it just sucks. Bengals, Jets, surprising game of the week. Makes me really regret not picking Salah. Told you so. Texans scored 22 points in the fourth quarter, but the Rams cruise. Other than that, Broncos beat the Washington football team, and I'm surprised by that. And the Cowboys come back at the very end to beat the Vikings. The Cowboys are good. Look, other than the Bengals losing, honestly, and the Chargers losing to the Patriots, not really many surprises. I think there are 2 teams that I always like. That nobody else likes, that I always think are going to make the playoffs, and maybe this is my dumb brain. The 49ers and the Colts. I think both those teams are so, and the 49ers are 3-4, and the Colts are 3-5. I still, in my dumb brain, think that they both can make it. Out of all of the non-500 teams or better, I think those are the 2 teams that still will make the playoffs, even at this point. And even with the 49ers having a tough schedule and having a lot of injuries, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, got the Tigers jersey on. Houston Astros beat the Braves. Game 5, I love it. As you may not know, I picked the Astros to win the World Series at the very beginning of the year, beginning of the baseball season. Me and 6 of my buddies got in on a bet. We all bet on the Astros to win the World Series. So I'm an Astros fan, and I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you think. But this series just got interesting because now it's back in Houston. Day off. Houston can get their arms relieved. Look, the series just got very interesting, and it's going to be tough to win in Houston. I would not be surprised if Houston won. And I'm not even just saying that because I'm a Houston fan right now. But I genuinely think they have a great chance at winning this. I do. I genuinely think they have a great chance at winning this World Series. It's hard to win on the road, and to do it twice, back-to-back nights against a team with a lineup like that, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough for the Braves to do it. I think the Braves got lucky in Game 4. I mean, they shouldn't have won that game, if we're going to be honest. That bullpen day was filled with a lot of AAA pitchers, and they barely squeaked one out. So I would not be surprised if the Houston Astros win. Really, I really wouldn't be surprised. The Lions just still got me down. I'm trying to fight through. I'm really trying to fight through, but the Lions really got me down. Ugh. I'm really just trying not to think about it, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just trying not to think about the Lions sucking. It sucks because I have a small brain and only so many thoughts can come into my head. Oh, my God. It's also the fact that, like, we're down 40 points. Going back to the Lions. It also sucks because we're down 40 points, and then Dan Campbell's like, you know what we should do? Onside kick. Bro, just knee it out, bro. Just knee it out. Just let me die. Just let me die. It's one thing to try when you're down 14 and it's week 1 against the 49ers. It's one thing to do that. It's another thing to be down 40 at home and being like, we'll play for every second. No, now you're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing the city. You're embarrassing the organization. Shut up. Unbelievable. Makes me want to just throw up. All right, let's try to get out of this mindset. Negative Nelly. Let's get out of this mindset. It's Halloween. Let's get out of this mindset. Let's go to European Minute, all right? 3, 2, 1. European Minute started. Now, F1 in Austin, I skipped last week because I was exhausted from a long, long day. F1 in Austin, fun, really boring race. I'm glad Max Verstappen won, but again, a boring race. Best F1 race, in my opinion. One of my favorite tracks in F1, Mexico City next week. Super, 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 super Max. has a really good chance at winning, and I think he's going to. I really think he's going to win the World Drivers' Championship. And then 5 years from now, when I hate Max Verstappen as much as I hate Lewis Hamilton right now, I need to remember this moment and be like, I should not have rooted for him then. But he's going to be just as annoying as Lewis Hamilton. Going on to soccer. Look, I'm a Chelsea fan, diehard Chelsea fan, so at least I have them that are winning. They are a freaking wagon. They are a freaking wagon. I don't know if they're ever going to lose. Really, I genuinely don't know if they're ever going to lose. They are so good. And I don't know. I really think they could win the treble. They could win the treble. All right, that's been your European Minute. They really could. All right, biggest game of the weekend, Michigan and Michigan State. I tweeted this out. If you told me at the beginning of the day that Michigan won that game by 15, I would have believed you. If you told me Michigan State won that game by 15, I would have believed you. It was an absolute coin flip, and they played like it. McNamara, just what are you doing throwing that? I get you're trying to do a lot there, but I just think it's really fun. I think the bigger picture. Here's the bigger picture on the Michigan State game. Michigan fans, you're 7-1, and you lost to the 8th best team in the country on the road. You can't go from Jim Harbaugh as the answer on Thursday to then on Sunday morning saying that you need to fire everybody because you lost on the road to the 8th best team in the country. That's not how this works. That's not reasonable expectation. If you lost by 50, then you can say something. But if you lose by just this much, calm down. All right? Calm down. To the Michigan State fans, congratulations on beating Michigan. It's a great win. It's going to be tough. I have some Michigan State friends that are like starting to whisper in my ear, be like, we could go to the national championship. Calm down. Calm down. All right? Calm down. Just pump the brakes. You got to go to Ohio State, and you got to play Penn State, and then you got to play Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship game. Just pump the brakes. Just pump the brakes. All right? You're a good team. I think you're going to lose 2 games. I think you're going to lose to Penn State, and I think you're going to lose to Ohio State. You're a great team. It's a great season, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right? You're not winning the national championship with Thorne as your quarterback. And by the way, even if Michigan State loses 2 games this year, I still think Kenneth Walker deserves at least a trip to New York City. If not, deserves the Heisman Trophy. That dude is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. It's crazy how good he is. Speaking about Big Ten, Ohio State, Penn State, how does Penn State lose to Illinois at home and then come to Ohio State, go to Ohio State, and give them a hell of a game? Everybody knows I had Penn State making the Final Four this year. I love Penn State. I love how they're built. I love their team. I think if Clifford was any good, I think they could be a Final Four team. How does that even make sense? How does that make sense at all? That they can go lose to Illinois at home and then turn around and then Ohio State nearly beat them. They gave them a run for their money. But yeah, I still think Ohio State's going to make the Final Four. Oklahoma, very back, by the way. Speaking about college football, I have 3 weeks, 3 states, 3 games. Arizona State vlog this week, Arkansas vlog next the week after, and then I'm going to the Auburn game the week after that. ASU vlog should be up Tuesday, I think Tuesday. And Arkansas, so next week's podcast is going to be on a Monday, and I don't know when the Auburn one is because I forgot when my flight gets back, but you get the point. We're having a lot of fun. We're moving around, doing a lot of fun stuff. Can't wait to see Arkansas and Auburn. I've never been to an FCC football game, but we're going to have a good time. All right, here is my college football playoff rankings come out on Tuesday. Here is my top 4, okay? I think Georgia clearly is the best team in the country. I've said that since the beginning of the season. I think that they're going to win the national championship. I told everybody, Georgia's my pick, Georgia's my pick, Georgia's my pick. I've got that killer defense. That defense is out of sight. It's out of sight. So I got Georgia number 1. And I think they're clearly number 1. And I think they win the national championship with virtual ease. Really, I really do. Number 2, I got Alabama. Yeah, I got Alabama at number 2. Number 3, I wrote down Michigan State. You got to go with Michigan State. They're undefeated. I'm going to go Michigan State number 3. They're undefeated. They just got done beating Michigan. They've beaten everybody on their schedule. I'm going to go with Michigan State at number 3. Number 4, I wrote down Ohio State. But after Oklahoma took out Spencer Rattler and put in Caleb Williams, it's a completely new team. So I'm adjusting it. I'm putting Oklahoma at 4. And when Michigan State and Ohio State play, they'll switch. Whoever wins gets that 4th spot. Whoever wins the Big Ten should get in the Final Four. I think SEC is probably going to have Georgia and Alabama unless Alabama loses to Auburn. And I think Oklahoma's going to win out and get that last spot. And somebody's going to come up to me, oh, but what about Cincinnati? Come on. You're really going to take out Oklahoma or Ohio State for Cincinnati? I could see you taking out Oklahoma, but Ohio State? Oklahoma deserves an 8-year ban for how bad they've been in the college football playoff. But you're going to really pick Cincinnati over Ohio State because Ohio State lost to Oregon? Come on. Who's Cincinnati played? Indiana? I'm out. I'm sorry, I'm out. Oh, but we beat everybody on our schedule. Yeah, you beat Tulane. Give me a break. All right. Pistons. NBA. Pistons are 1-0, not 1-5. Don't pay attention to the schedule. Don't pay attention to that standings. The Pistons are 1-0. They are not 1-5. The Pistons are 1-0. Cade Cunningham is 1-0. I only count games where Cade Cunningham touches the ball. Pistons are 1-0. That's final. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules, but that is what I'm being told, and that's what it is. Okay? Last, Red Wings. They are fun. I was telling my friends this. I'll tell you this, and I guarantee you I'll say it 1,000 times. Our expectation is not to make the playoffs. I'm not expecting to make the playoffs. All I want is for them to be fun and get close. If they can have me excited come playoff season that they're around, check. You did your job. You overexceeded expectations. Don't expect them to win the Stanley Cup. Just expect them to be around. All right, final thoughts. I wrote down that I hate fans in stadiums that just don't understand where that they just don't understand that other people are around. It just drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Halloween themed. It has to be Halloween themed. Here's my final thought. I think I've dressed up as a Tigers player 85 times. Seriously. I'm so bad at Halloween. I don't understand how people think like that. I don't get it. I don't get how people are like in June being like, you know what I'm going to dress up as? This super elaborate thing. I saw one guy on TikTok that was a damn credit card swiper. Like, how did you think of Halloween right now? Do you guys like set like calendar reminders in June and you're like, oh man, you know what I should be doing? Halloween thinking. And then those same people go around and they're like, oh, it's day of. And they're like, yeah, no, I'm Squid Game. What a waste of time. I don't know how people do it. I really don't. I really have genuinely no idea how people just run around. They're like, in June and July. It's July 4th and my friend is like, I think I'm going to dress up as Tiger King. What? Huh? Yeah, I'm starting to build my kid into a gumball machine. He's going to be a gumball. You put a quarter in, then the gumball comes out. Huh? How? How do you guys do it? I genuinely, and girls, I don't know how they do it either. I'm a stupid idiot. That's why. That has to be it. I'm just a dumb person. I don't know how you guys do it. Really don't. This is my 5th year in a row where I've been a damn baseball player. I really don't know how you guys do it. All right, those are my final thoughts. Vlog coming out this week. Going to Arkansas. Late podcast, Monday podcast next week. vlog, Arkansas vlog. Go Hogs. It's officially a Hogs week, all right? Hogs week. Ooh, pig, suey. I'm learning the Hogs. I'm learning how to call the Hogs. All right. God bless. Go Detroit Sports. Happy spooky Halloween.